And so there's teachers, PhDs, and all that. So I called a teacher, and of course, we don't, but we do this, that, and the other, whatever. So I just said, I kept talking, and they said, well, let's see something. I sent them a PDF of the piece, and I sent a number of people PDFs because I didn't have the books at the time. And then we talked, and he said, well, let me go back and check with the gods of the schools, whatever. And so eventually, he sent me, he said, we'll do it. We'll only buy $600 worth right now.
Yeah.
Some of these and some of the other ones,
Cool.
and that's kind of how that worked.
Awesome.
But it's someone who kind of took a personal,
You kept, the point is,
Yeah.
the point is, you kept talking and asking who you should need to be
Yeah.
talking to. And when you have, this doesn't work so much for fiction books, it could, but the school market, as Gordon will attest, is not an easy thing, and so you've done amazingly well.
Okay, but I took it. I met a teacher at Starbucks. I overheard a teacher at Starbucks saying that she was a teacher,
Yeah.
and then I said, "Can I talk to you for a second?" And I said, "I would like to take you out to lunch in a public place. I'm not picking you up. It's nothing like that." And then so she said, "Okay." And so we went out. Obviously, I paid for everything, and I said, "This is what my problem is." I told her what I was doing, books, and I wanted eventually in the schools. And then she said, "Okay, well, you have to make sure, because of the subject matter, you're meeting some of the STEM requirements, science, technology, engineering, math." I said, "Okay. And beyond that, you need to be within the core requirements, units within the core requirements." And I said, "Okay, she said, I'm gonna go through your book with you." So she went through the book, she says, "This is a common core, this is, you go that category, that category." Okay, so now you have to write up a document. You almost have to do the teacher's work for them, but you have to write up the document saying what this is and how it meets the Common Core and the units within the Common Core, so it's easier to walk in and say, "I have something that meets the units of Common Core, please buy this." So, and then I met a person, I was writing another book on a cruise, and they work for the Army. And I'm trying to get in all the bases around the world, have schools in those bases. That's why I want to make the books up myself first, give it to the bases, sell many books as I can possibly sell. There's 120,000 libraries around the country. I want 2 books per library. I think big, so whatever, knock me down.
Yeah.
And
you're doing phenomenal.
Okay, and Tamara's got some comments, and then next month.
Tomorrow I'll actually introduce me to this group.
All right.
Oh, good. I was hoping that you guys had talked,
David,
but I have,
I know, but I wanted to do a book for next month.
okay, can you hold on to that for a second? Because it's in.
Yeah, it's related to.
And I have something else for you.
Yes.
Yeah, we've got a couple.
Well, we love you too.
Come on.
What we wanted,
Okay.
okay, I'm gonna hand you the mic in a second, okay?
I'm gonna take control pretty soon.
You asked about distribution.
Yes.
The direction that you're going in, the distributor that most of us plug into one way or the other is called Ingram.
I wrote that.
Not Ingram, they're a terrific company. They are, yeah, well, we are able to get into bookstores through them. That's what they're great for.
And libraries.
No.
No?
Do you know who they sell to the libraries through?
Baker and Taylor.
Baker and Taylor.
Which is
The
now
company-
owned by Ingram.
I forgot that.
Oh.
So the point that I was trying to make is what you want to do is look at Baker and Taylor. They are the premier distributor to schools and libraries. They also do distribute to bookstores as well, but generally they distribute to bookstores through Ingram. Ingram distributes to the schools and libraries through Baker and Taylor. They use each other. Now they're owned by the same company, so it's a monopoly. So yay!
Okay.
One of our former presidents and members, Sumant Pendharkar, it's Pendharkar. He also writes children's books. He's been super successful with this, and he translated his into Spanish as well, same reason. And he found, as he was looking at where his books were selling, the Midwest was the biggest part of his market, which was awesome. So he really followed that, and he's a very generous person. He lives in the South Bay. Get in touch with him, he will help you with that. I think that's pretty amazing.
All right.
I was looking, I'll get it
Well,
for you.
the children's book issue. I have a niche market. I knew it was, but I didn't realize how large the niche market is. Getting it into school, I write a children's book about African American adventures and scientists. I'm writing a series, and I've also written some companion books to go along with it, a coloring book, an activity book, and Jackson's Journal. It is very difficult getting into the schools just to say, I want you to buy my books. However, having the niche and going through other organizations, like I've used the African American Teachers Association, who recommend the books to the classes, and the fact that I have the companion books, because what I was told by a teacher is when I'm trying to sell the book, not to talk about curriculum, because they already have a curriculum. It's very difficult for them to just change it because I have new material, but because I have the companion books, it makes it a little easier for them. They can recommend them for after-school programs, the STEM programs. I like Girls Inc. right now. They're using my book for their programs. It's not an easy thing to do. And the other part is, like, I hear so many wonderful things in this organization, but it's very difficult to do everything. You know, I try to do everything I hear, every meeting I come here trying to do. I was telling Bobby, this is the place you come, and now he knows. I don't care what it is you need to know, somebody in this group knows about it. But it's very difficult to do everything all the time, so you have to kind of figure out what your priorities are. I've done pretty good with the book. It's been out a month and I've sold over 200 copies. And I feel really good about that, but I could do so much better if I did all the stuff that you guys are telling me to do. And I haven't sold but one book through Amazon. They're all sold through my blood, sweat, and tears, so it does need something to do things on your own.
You sold through who?
My website, or
Blood, Sweat, and Tears? Is that a new
So I think you raised
It's a
a
very
good
old
point,
one.
that it's sort of a good sort of general note for everyone, and it's, you know, we're probably already all living this, so please forgive me if this seems silly, but, you know, we get so much input, and it's so easy to feel like we have to try and do everything, and yet it's easy to get overwhelmed in that way. So trying to pull the tidbits, yes, I can do this, and we still, you know, we're still taking notes and we're still listening, and it's just steps. You know, there are so many different paths and so many different steps to take, and just finding the ones that are the right for us at this moment is just know that that's good. Okay, so I know that we also have.
It's 9:49.
9:49. Oh, thank you. I was not carrying my phone with me. Thank you for that. So we're going to now take a short break until 10 o'clock. And then, so we have refreshments over here, and we have the opportunity to talk with each other now and continue the conversations that have started. At 10 o'clock, we'll come back together and we'll pass the mic around the room and have some time to, about 30 seconds or so, to share with each other who we are and what we're up to.